Hi, I'm Anita. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a pair of earrings using some of the contents from the October 2024 dollar bead box. So for of those materials we're going to be using, I'm using some of the glass gem cut rondelles, turquoise. They were the 3x5mm. I'm using a couple of those. Also the Czech glass metallic mix that had all the different unusual shapes. I'm using a couple of those beads. Also, I'm going to be using the antique copper tie style square for spacers and the Starburst beads. Also, I'm going to be using the French hook ear wires that they provided. The only thing I'm using for my stash is 20 gauge wire in a bronze color. You're going to need about 2 pieces cut to 3.5 to 4 inch length. For tools, you're going to be needing round nose pliers, bent nose pliers, a pair of wire cutters, flat nose pliers, and a nylon pair of pliers. So let me clear my area and we're going to get started. Okay, I'm going to start by cutting about a 4 inch length of my brass wire here, or bronze wire, and a little bit more is better than not enough, so just make sure you have it long enough. Now I'm going to take my nylon pliers and just help straighten it out by running it across my wire. That should be pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these spear, or I guess you'd call it like a pointy, it's a pointy bead, and it's got a round shape to it. And there were 2 different sizes of this type of bead. The other one had a square shape at the end, but this is the smaller of the 2 that were in the dollar bead box. So I'm using this one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wire, pass that through the hole about 1 inch, and I'm going to bend the wire like this so that you're crossing the wire over each other like that. And you want enough play that your bead is going to move a little bit. So what I'm going to do now, so you have it to where your wires are crossing like a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to take my bent nose pliers and I'm going to hold on to where the wires are joined, about right there. So now I'm going to take my flat nose pliers, actually I want to turn it this way, and I'm going to wrap this wire around a couple of times. So just bring that towards you. And then pull that down and around. And I'm only going to do this a couple of times. So now I'm going to clip that about right there with my wire cutters. So now we're going to push that jagged edge in. So what I'm going to do is take my bent nose pliers and hold that steady and use my other flat nose pliers and squeeze so that that end is flushed like that. And you just want to kind of have that centered as best as you can. So now that that's done, we're going to string on our beads. So I'm going to start by picking up one of the spacer beads here. Pop that on. Now I'm going to put my Starburst bead on. This is a very simple pair of earrings, very easy to make. Now I'm going to put this flat disc bead on top. It adds an interesting design element to it. Now we're going to put one of the rondelles and then the spacer bead at the top like that. So that's what you should have. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure all my beads are pushed down. I'm going to take my flat nose pliers, grip the end like that, and then bend my wire at a 90-degree angle. Now take your round nose pliers, and then I'm going to go about 1/3 of the way. And then get your flat nose pliers with the other hand, pull that wire towards you, and then down. Now rotate your plier towards the table, pull that wire towards the table. So that's what you should have. So I'm going to now take my bent nose pliers and hold this loop nice and snug. Take your flat nose and then wrap this wire around. Enough times to fill that gap. And if it moves, just resituate the wire so that you can continue wrapping. So now I'm going to clip my wire. So that's what you should have. So now I'm going to tuck that sharp edge in by holding the loop with my bent nose plier. Take my flat nose and gently bend this wire around. Get that in that so that that sharp edge is not sticking out. So there we go. And that is complete. So now I'm going to make sure my loops are facing the same direction. So I'm going to twist this so that they are both facing the front like that. So now I'm going to take my ear wire and open the loop on my ear wire by bending this towards me. Then pop your earring on and close that, making sure there's no gaps. And that completes your Art Deco earrings. So I've already got the other one made. So it's a lovely pair of earrings for casual or evening wear. Something a little different. I also make my own jewelry, so I will include a link to my website in the description box. If you're not a subscriber, I hope that you do subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and feel free to leave a comment. I'll also include a list of all the materials you need to make this pair of earrings. Very simple to do. The only thing you needed to add was either if you have some ear wire or ear findings for the making the loops here to fasten that, or head pins. You can adjust it accordingly, but super easy to do. I hope that you join me again for some future videos. I'll be making more stuff out of the contents of the October dollar bead box. So have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.